came on. And then we spent another month and a half living in Mauna Kea, which is the second largest volcano in the world.
Where is it in?
It's in Hawaii. It's in the island of Hawaii in Hawaii. But you should meet those people because they have a spirit of determination that will motivate you in your melanated work. They know where they came from.
How though? Like how was they determined? Like how? Like give me an example.
Well, I grew up in Hawaii. I live here. I live on Greer. But for me, you know, a protest song that goes, "Hey, hey, ho, ho, police brutality has got to go." I learned that from Samoans and Tongans. Some of my high school friends are Tongan, and they have a similar plight to us, with more environmental issues and less money than black folk. So when I came into my consciousness as an African-centered woman from a child, because I started going natural when I was in high school. I started reading Malcolm X and Paul Robeson and Assata Shakur when I was in 9th grade. Okay? Those folks who were standing next to me were Polynesian people. They were Tongan people. You see what I'm saying? They were other melanated races outside of the mainland of America. The same with worse problems because they had stronger environmentalism issues with less money. So I went to school with people who literally made a boat out of cardboard and did that boat all the way from small Melanesia. Have you heard of a place called Melanesia? They are dark melanated Asian people that look like you, okay? I went to school with folks who their whole family made their own boats, and they had to learn to be sailors to get to America, pretend to be American and be illegal citizens, and then have a baby, and they still resist. You understand?
They made boats out of cardboard?
They made boats out of deeply compressed cardboard. I didn't know you were behind me. Deeply compressed cardboard. It wasn't just like, you know.
Papercrete.
Yeah. It was like, think,
wood.
You can make cardboard as thick as wood, basically.
Oh, wow.
It's just, all it is thin sheets of the wood, and then you compress that together.
Well, how long does that last?
I have no idea, but these folks, when I went to high school, I went to a school that had 13 languages and everybody was forced to speak English, so I was in a place of privilege.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So some of these folks, I didn't understand. Some of these folks, it would be funny because I'd be looking at them like, ain't you black? And they'd be looking at me like, ain't you Tongan? You see what I'm saying? Because what we see, like The Rock, just like how we have light-skinned black folks, that's all The Rock is. When you get to Hawaii, well, I don't know what Hawaii is now because Hawaii's been gentrified. Just like Central West End and the likes. But in the 90s, it was a lot of Polynesian fourth world folk who have, especially dark-skinned Filipinos, who were migrating to work in Hawaii because even in Japan, it is more expensive for them to go golfing in Japan than it is for them to fly to Hawaii and be, yes. See, because classism got us wrapped up about this race, and that's why racism works. But if you free your mind about the potential of what it is your success is, then it doesn't matter how melanated you are, the rest of the melanated world will accept you. You see, so when I went to... I can't repeat that because I was just off the dome. But,
So yeah, that was a channel right there.
Right, but because if we looking at acceptance in the wrong ways, you see, so like how we're all, like, I'm a permaculturist. That's not from being in the hood.
You said we look at acceptance based on classism, like our success.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's wrapped up in whiteness, but that's all false.
Right.
Because like they see past your color.
But for instance, when I stayed in Mwanga, I was in a village where the Bibi, which is the grandmother, they speak Swahili. Abara is,
Ghani, Abaragani.
Abaragani, yes. So,
Hello.
when it's Swahili, Swahili for hello, and then moto is hot, little stuff like that. And so anyway, the point is that most of the Tanzanians I met in Tanzania were more rich than me. We have American privilege, but we don't have the money that they got. We don't have the resources they have. We don't have the economy that supports our dreams in the way that they do because they get it out and live. You feel me? Right now, you see how it's quiet right here? If we was in a Mwanga or a
People be out
Arusha,
here hustling.
they working, ain't even hustling. They got everything on their head. They got CDs, just like how it was in the 90s here, right? Except for you are more populated people and you're not dependent on department stores. They don't know where Walmart is. You see what I'm saying? If you stop at a bus stop, you got 6 people selling you mangoes. You see what I'm saying? You got 6 people selling you whatever you need. You see what I'm saying? Instead of even having to go to a convenience store, Arabs do not run Supreme. You see what I'm saying? White folks do not run Supreme. It's African people selling and buying from African people.
Get some pictures.
We're videoing.
Yeah.
But
No,
all
get
this
some
to
pictures
tell
too.
you
Can
is,
take pictures
is
from
that
the
my
video.
daughter
Take
runs
pictures
intelligence.
with the video.
How you do it with this?
No,
After I
no,
done gave her
afterwards.
this
Get
whole
some
lifestyle.
pictures.
You see what I'm saying?
Listen to
we've
me.
been-
Yeah, I'm
Video-
messing up the video.
Edit that out. Get some pictures.
She had to study. You have to be concerned about private industry. When you're thinking about conspiracy theory, get away from thinking about government because the government is shook right now. They don't have power because they budgeted.
Think about the big tech companies like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk.
You gotta
They
think
own
private.
Amazon.
Because they control the government.
Logistics.
Yes.
Well, he owns the most. He owns the most private land in the country
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
So understand, you see what I'm saying? The land is the real resource, not this
It is.
capital.
Yeah, I
No.
follow the real shit. Like I follow like if a new semiconductor plant was open, because I know that's the tool that run 5G. And I know technology is the big next phase. Anything
Yeah.
technology moving wise, I try to stay on top of it because that's our future. Really.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they're
it is.
using, California as a demonstration for this. You know, because they have the fake palm trees out there emitting the
Fake
5G.
palm trees?
No, literally. Have y'all been to California in the past
I never
5
been
to
to-
7 years?
No.
Man, you could tell because they mixed in with the palm trees, but they definitely are fake.
Cell
They're plastic
towers.
in their cell
Oh.
towers emitting the 5G, and it was happening before the 5G was released to.
And the reason why they making the trees fake is because when they was planting the 5G towers next to real trees, you could see the trees dying, and it was killing the trees. So now,
So they don't want people to know what's going on.
It looks away. It looks like just like gentrification, just another form of gentrification. It's technological though, because you know it will eventually be like fake trees, and then it becomes real trees again. See what I'm saying? So-
How you started? Because I ain't gonna tell you, ever since I was a little boy, my dad he raised me as a Hebrew Israelite.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
I was real revolutionary wise, and so I always told
Well, I
myself
think
growing
Hebrews
up,
are traditional.
That's my heritage. I feel like if you get an understanding of who you were, who your people were, it ignites a spark of inspiration inside you to where you can dream like endlessly. And I feel like inspiration is the greatest thing that you can do to a human. So I feel like learning about my ancestors and my past and where I came from make me believe that I can do anything. And then believing I can do anything and seeing the examples of the past and seeing the plight that we in now, which is slavery, on a corporation rise.
Debt slavery.
So
Amen.
vastly crafted. It's like it's gonna be we got it's like we what's it called for underdogs, but I believe in the story, I believe in the supernatural, I believe in the God above, I believe in that the story is already written and created, and it's people like us that gotta do certain things because we read about it, and it's people in the past who then did crazy things like Nat Turner and Marcus Garvey, the people who just like transformed their whole situation they was living in and got out of it. So I back against the wall, but like I want to die being a revolutionary to free my
Nat
people.
Turner family
I mean,
live
it's
here.
In St. Louis?
Yeah. Nat Turner family live here. You know who Moses Dixon is? You got to get into Moses Dixon. He started a secret order, and he was the original group of people, the organizer for the original group of people who was going to take over Atlanta. And then that's not how the story went. But the reality of the matter is he organized enough melanated people to have his home office here in St. Louis. He walked from Ohio, by the way. And then he founded a town in Mississippi that was a free black town in the middle of segregation and supposed enslavement called Mound Bayou, Mississippi. And they all funded it themselves, and they were armed businessmen. And they had an order for the women. How old are you? You 20?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
he like Tiggy. He's like Tiggy.
Yeah, my son age also. My son 19.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs to be more around more people like this brother, your daughter, like that type of stuff. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Nico's daughter.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
look
stayed
at
in
him.
Nicaragua. No, she cute. Let me show you. Let me be petty real quick.
Mama fine.
Well, that
daughter
helps.
Fine.
Yeah.
You see the little sister.
Right. The,
Hold on, I'm about to show a
I ain't
picture.
never
of you.
met like nobody. I can't say that, but it's rare to meet young people my age who I can mentally share conversations like this.
That's
with.
true.
Like this
That's
is,
true.
I feel at home. It's comfortable. Roll out the spirit.
Yeah.
I gotta feel so uncomfortable not being me.
No,
to
she
feel
a
people
whole
my age.
baddie out here. She a paid model too.
Look how he
She
look.
got a natural underneath. She got a natural underneath the wig. Know that.
Oh, that's right. Let me
Know
see
that.
her.
This is the one I showed him.
Okay.
What you need?
No, I got it.
Y'all do look alike.
You think we look alike? I'm so mad at these lashes and wigs. I don't know what to do.
Don't
It's
even
the new
talk
way.
about that,
It's
honey.
the new way.
It
It's the new
is.
way.
So we can't do
You
nothing
wouldn't tell
about
she
it.
in the military, would you?
No.
Cause she into fashion and stuff. She make her own clothes, all of it. Cause I'm an artist, so she
Like Virgil Abloh, I love him.
nice. So you're doing the film.
He's a creative director.
Wonderful.
We're shooting about 5 different people that come as they come and go
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and then he's come on board. He's been with us for a while though, and everything will be centralized through him. to do it.
I need help though. I feel like y'all give me.
What you need help
Yeah.
Y'all
with?
got Final
What you
Cut
need help
Pro
with?
and stuff?
I feel like y'all give me more power than I really.
Do y'all
possess.
have-
I mean, we
Like
working
editing
together, but you got
I'm
the.
my own worst enemy for real, and I gotta get.
We all are. You now don't, and you recognize that at your age, then you doing pretty
You're doing
good.
good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're
Because
doing good.
it took some people 40 years, 50
50
years,
this
60
year,
years to
right.
figure that out.
Me too.
So you doing good,
You are doing good.
wherever you are.
We need you.
Yeah.
But not enough of how I imagine I know my picture can reach.
Well, see, but the thing is that I was a young, brilliant person like you. I was extremely. You see, you heard all the degrees I rolled off and how I finagled my way into success, right?
Yeah.
I was brilliant like you, but everyone around me, the 10, 15, 20, and I'm just now about to hit 40. I'm still in my 30s. Remember, I told you my daughter was a teen pregnancy. Everybody around me been 15 years older than me, because my peers ain't ready. You see what I'm saying? They might talk a good talk
Let's
and
get
be
them ready.
pontificating.
Let's get the
But
peers
then it
ready.
is-
Let's
Yeah,
get the
that's
peers
extra
ready.
work. That's extra work
It
that
is
you
extra
have
Get
to
the
make
peers
sure
ready.
that you
We-
have
To
that's
come back
elders,
and
they
get
gotta
them.
get the
You
peers
got to
ready.
come back
Thank
and
you.
get them. Yep.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can't
Because
wait.
your friends gonna be the first ones that you gonna find out ain't your friends.
Right, and don't support what you do.
They're not
Right.
gonna do
No.
the work that you do. So you can't gauge it to the age.
I'm a people person. though. Like what is success without us?
Absolutely.
Like what the fuck? Like I'm up by myself. Like no. Like the
Well,
goal
some-
is
you-
for all of us to be happy.
You got to
Well,
be
you
the
know,
example.
Sometimes when I'm up by myself and I think that, oh, I'm in this thing all alone, it might be 2 a.m. Somebody
Hello.
else up. And they thinking they all alone in they thing, trying to figure out their thing. Imagine he's been in permaculture, and I've been in permaculture all across the world. So eventually I'm going to find some people to talk about what I talk about, right? He been in permaculture on Cass. Total different situation. He ain't talking about volcanoes on Cass. So talk about being isolated and having to be self-motivated and self-inspiring. The Holy Spirit is in you.
But how do I find direction with that Holy Spirit?
You have
I'm
to
all-
have
I'm gonna point
discernment. You have to have discernment. You have to know how your body feels with the thought. That in this thought, because I'm a healer, clearly. In this thought, am I using my full breath? Is my muscles fully relaxed? Am I comfortable in my body? If you're not comfortable in your body with that thought is an invasion from the devil. You hear me? So reject it, rebuke it, and
Especially
keep it
'cause,
moving.
like, for
Adversary.
example, earlier I was chilling at home on the game with my homeboy. This girl who I really knew I shouldn't be messing with, talking about to come over.
Mm-hmm.
She see me, she looking up what time my bus come. I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to go.
You
for
doing
real.
too much, right?
But
You
I
felt
ended up
that in your
going.
body, like, no, this
I
not
ended
something
up
I should
going,
do.
and I
Yeah.
really ain't want to go. Yeah.
Wasn't worth it. Wasn't worth your ashe.
Yeah.
If you got a powerful Ashe, they better pay to play.
Yeah, don't give that out no more. Don't give it out no more.
When I get mine,
No.
it's beautiful
And if
and
you
strong. I'm
telepathic-
loving and all
Yeah.
that, like, but and they
Yeah.
don't. Yes.
Yeah,
They-
you
they
can't give
people
everybody
don't
can't
appre-
handle
people
that.
don't appreciate.
You actually are opening yourself up to more vampirical energy.
And they will try to
you will have
contaminate you.
more
Yep.
lessons to learn. I'm trying to tell you.
But then when
I got my
it's
own
hard
day,
being alone.
but
though.
I got my own day in the city of St. Louis. I got proclamations from the mayor. I also am on the street sitting on the stoop with my substance abuse neighbors. You understand? You have to be of the people if you are of the people. You can't always be in the world of spirit. You can't always be in the world of service because that's not taking care of yourself. I'm trying to tell you now because I was just on my daughter about this because she was raised in hippy dippy land. We about that life. We've been this way. See what I'm saying? I used to have locks. I didn't did it all. That's how she was raised. And now she in a world where she constantly around vampires. And just
She not
today,
understanding.
she understand.
She's learning it for
She
sure.
understand and she learned the lessons, but how can she get through this while keeping her joy, while keeping her inspiration, while keeping her psychic ability?
And how can you stay that innocent? Let's not say innocent. but
Pure.
Pure, yeah, cause
when your
that's different.
defenses- When your defenses got to be impure.
Meditate.
Yeah,
You gotta balance the light and the dark.
Yes.
But I'm saying to defend yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta
Against
be able.
those actions, you gotta get.
You have to be able to
dirty.
balance the light and the
That's
dark
not me.
energy.
It don't
Check it out.
feel good to be like that because that's not me.
Build
It's a
your
balance.
chi, your inner energy, and you create an iron shirt. It'll create a shield around you.
Oh, I got a song for this.
It'll create a shield around you
How you
because
build your chi?
breathing
It's a
in and out,
practice.
meditation.
Just breathing.
Breathe.
No,
well,
it's a
well,
whole
well.
practice.
It's
It's a whole. He talking about a disciplined practice
Yes.
right now. You know, he a martial artist.
For real.
Real life.
Teach me. I've been looking.
I can teach
For
you,
real.
my
For
brother.
real.
I can
Teach
teach
me.
you.
No, for real. Teach me.
I'm about to cry,
Yeah,
y'all.
teach me. Teach me. No, for real. Teach me. I've been waiting on
I
that.
understand because I was a young, smart, revolutionary person, and wasn't nobody trying to hear me till I got about 35.
They ain't take you seriously.
Nah, everybody thought it was a joke. They think I'm just thinking. They don't know that my experience weighs
Yeah,
more
they
than what
say
they
my
read in a
perspective
book.
is crazy. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
too radical.
Yeah, because they don't
Yeah.
understand.
Right,
Right. And then
right.
you just going against the standard of society and what they feeding you. You accepting it.
They
Just 'cause
are
I go against
herded
the masses,
cattle.
I'm wrong.
Cattle. Yep.
They are
That's
herded
why I go against
cattle,
the
and
masses,
they're
I'm
being led to slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be the lemur that run off the road with it, off the cliff with everybody else. They lemurs. They're headed for the cliff.
I'm the one that's gonna go all the way to the end of the cliff trying to save as many as I can.
Hey, don't let them push you over.
Man,
They'll push you
every
off.
time I be learning my lesson.
They'll push you over the edge. Don't get caught off the edge. No, you have your
Literally
foresight.
last night, he has no idea. He saved me from a vampire, and we went on the planet. That's how in sync without speaking. See what I'm saying? This is just my friend. This is because two sensitively psychic people are going to do their personal mission. It's going to help each other without no worldly attachments. You understand? A friend,
I
a
don't
past
understand.
friend
I don't
rolled up
understand.
on me that I have a traumatic experience with. We didn't even know he was going to roll up. But through kindness, he mediated the situation. He made direct eye contact. You see this nod? He did the nod. He
I
smiled.
shook his hand.
But the energy,
I love you, my brother.
You
the
felt it,
energy,
yeah.
it shifted everything.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever intentions he
Then
was
he
coming
had
over for,
thwarted.
it was thwarted,
Changed
and
it.
it was
Yeah.
only about positive. Like literally, when I saw him pull up, I couldn't do nothing but laugh and say, "I love y'all," because it was him and his friend.
Baloo was
Yep.
with me.
Yep, it was hilarious. It was a moment. I didn't even call you because it was clear. It was
Yeah, I understood. But that's why I told her I'm glad you were with me because the energy.
perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Because it was a silent accountability.
And it deflected that I'm a man and she's a woman because now I got a woman with me. It discharged that energy that he.
He can only deal with his own energy. It's balance.
Balancing the light and the dark.
Does anyone here have not read William Lynch's Method of Psychological Slavery? Who here
I
have
read
not
it.
read that?
I've
Let's
read.
debate that how real it is, but the
Who here have not read William Lynch's Method of Psychological? Have you read William Lynch's Method of Psychological Slavery? Okay.
Take the man out the house, stuff like that.
Well, we got a porta potty right there.
Like then, this is what's happening with our peers, many of y'all peers. The William Lynch's Method of Psychological. They said you do this to the white slave masters, this will last for 1,000 years. It's 2022.
Yeah.
And here we are still with it.
Still
But we
making
understand
sense.
it now, and then we're coming up with solutions, really trying to continue, to treat the symptoms.
How y'all feel about the only solution being God? Because I look at history, and but basically just how I was raised. They always said that God was the way that led the people out of like that.
And so we're Christian. What about the rabbis? What about Yin Zen? What about Buddha? We all God's children. Whoever God they worship, they are their children. Then regardless of what God they worship, we see a human being, and we can unite with us here. America is basically a Christian country, assimilated. But when I went over to different countries, the Chinese are nationalists, Japanese are nationalists. You know, everything. So you're going to hate it, they're nationalists. When we come to America, we're assimilated. It's a melting pot here. So therefore, the majority are Christians. Brother Bob, why are you saying young Christian, holistic urban farmers cooperative? Okay, because we are Christian. Those that ain't, we still work. Some of these people right here are not Christian.
Yes.
I know Brother Rod just talked about 3
I'm not
hours
a Christian
when he got
either.
here.
I live a
A
Christ
lot of
life.
that Bible, Brother Rod say, is fluff. Man wrote the Bible. Now, it's a great book if you live by it. The Constitution is really a great document if you live about it, especially the leaders. We must now, as Christian elders, I'm saying, or elders of whatever you worship, whatever God, we now must become the forefront of it, not the politicians.
He is.
Not the politicians.
He ain't even Christian.
And so we got to be the ones to do it for our young babies. Now, if they listen to us, the key, if they listen to us. You see that young princess that she brought with her? Guarantee you she's listening.
How old is
She's
she?
5.
Okay, what's her
5
name?
years old.
Dia Rain. Dia
Dia.
is a champion in Akon. That's what Dia means in
Dia.
Akon.
Okay.
Because it's the day in Latin.
And in Hindu,
Yeah.
it's a goddess.
Oh,
My
wow.
mom
Originates-
Elias Kanawa Kachavas. Kanawa, it means sanctified and separated from the world.
Perfect. Well, you can't run from your path.
Okay.
It's been laid out for you.
Right.
Prophesied.
Prophetically.
Right. Prophetically.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Kurt.
This is
Ken,
wonderful.
We always talking about, sister, we got a big gazebo back there. Did they get to show you?
No, she didn't get
That's
to
what
look.
I'm here for. I'm so sorry. I got a slight headache. I'm slightly
That's okay.
dehydrated.
Hey, with the stress and everything else. I'm 80 years old. I traveled with Dick Grayson, security for Angela Davis, Black Panther,
You
for
told me.
5 and 5 years sentence as a political prisoner. I'm just here for a reason. So I'm going to give you my background. So what I'm saying is, you said about the meeting, Ron, this sister, the new sister, we have been talking about it. It's gelling. I just been here for, okay, he praying with you now.
Thank you.
Yes,
It's just my headache. That's
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Hey, y'all.
Yes.
I ain't want to say nothing because I don't want to think I'm sounding crazy, but
Say it.
I want to start a secret society. Like,
You need to meet. You need to go find
wanna
out
start
about
a
Father
system.
Dixon.
I want to start a
Yes.
system. I was thinking about going
Ho,
home and just reading books.
cut that off.